is Cecily from Drive Girl Drive, and I'm here with my homie, Anthony Tone Taylor.
Oh, you can call him Tone.
Okay, you can call him Tone. Anthony does a lot, multi-hyphenated. This guy right here is an actor, writer, singer, and aspiring comedian.
I haven't started yet, but I will.
But he's so funny. I met you like on the set of, what was that movie called?
Well, the name is funny. Going to the Nut House.
Going to the Nut House.
Who told you that? Somebody always up in my damn business.
Well, I'm hearing that you get in fights with people when they come into the house.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you happy here?
I'm happy. I'm always happy. Can't you tell?
You seem like you're a little upset right now.
I'm always happy. Can't you tell I'm
I
happy?
actually can't. So,
But what you want? What you want to talk to me about?
are you taking your medication?
I take it 3 times a day, yeah. So what?
I was a social worker and you were a patient, and let me tell you, I think we kind of improv that scene a little bit. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I remember. Well, let me first say this, though. That was my first audition ever for anything in my whole life.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And the role I was playing was Leo. When I went to the audition, which was in Debbie Reynolds' dance studio in North Hollywood, they had the ethnic background of each character. And I said, oh, well, I got to choose somebody that's Asian, right? So they had an Asian guy, but he was a store owner with 2 lines, like, get out of my store. So I didn't want that. So I was green. I was, naive. I didn't know nothing about auditioning, right? So I just automatically thought that I had to try out for that part.
Yeah.
Then I was looking through the other parts just to be nosy, and I saw Leo.
Yeah.
And Leo was like, oh, Leo was me. And I was like, I got depressed a little bit, right? So I called somebody, a director that I know, and told them how I felt and, what was going on. And you know what he told me? He said, look, do you know sometimes they don't even know what they want? They change their mind sometimes.
True. Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. He told me to go in there and ask respectfully to read for the character Leo.
Okay.
And I did, and they looked at me funny when I first went in. And then, long story short, I auditioned for it. The first line was crazy as hell, and yeah, I got the part.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. I was happy.
And you were like the scene stealer. I remember being on set and everybody was like, wait till you see this guy. This guy is amazing. And so, yeah, you had us all like rolling.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a great time. Yeah, it was the first thing I ever did. It was a full-length film.
Wow.
So.
Yeah. So come and find out you're driving for Uber. It looks like here. Maybe Lyft sometimes too?
Yes. I started with Lyft. You know what? To be honest, I never thought I'd do anything like this.
I hear you.
Not because I thought it was beneath me, it was because I just never thought of it. Right? So, look, I'm a social media guy, right? I'm always on Facebook, and I'm a Facebook junkie, and Instagram. So, I'm on Facebook, and I didn't even have a car. Yeah, I have bicycles right behind us. Anyway, I had a bicycle, right? I saw on Facebook, Facebook, it was Lyft. You guarantee you $1,200 a week for 4 weeks. I'm like, what? $1,200? Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? And ain't no shame in this, right?
Yeah.
I never made that much in my life in doing anything.
Got you.
And so it was ironic because the same day a friend contacted me. He knew nothing of me seeing this on Facebook.
Yeah.
And Kevin, his name, he said, look, is a professor going to Lebanon to teach? And she's selling her car. You might want to check it out, right? So that's what I did. And found out she was selling it for $1,900. And I'm like, $1,900? And it was this here. It's a 2005 Ford Focus. You can see it. It's nothing new. I didn't even know if they would accept this. I know it was a 4-door and everything. I just didn't know. At any rate, this is what happened. I said to myself, if this works exactly like they say, $1,200. Well, to be honest, it ended up, it was a lie, but not a big lie. It was like it ended up being like close to $1,000 a week, which is still a lot to me. Okay. So that's what happened, and I say, look, in 2 weeks it'll pay for itself.
Absolutely.
Right. So look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was nervous at first, right? First thing my mind told me was, they're gonna be judging my driving. Yeah, they're gonna be on me, and I'm gonna be behind. I'm gonna have to let somebody have it and all that.
Are you a speed demon, or you got?
No, nothing like that. Listen, the last car I had, all my cars I ever had were big. Cadillacs.
Okay.
Right, and I'm a little guy. I am a 5'2", by the way. And anyway, this is a mid-size small car, right? I haven't drove at that time. This for everybody too, right?
Yeah.
Even if you ain't drove for years, I haven't had a car in like 4 years.
I hear you. You're right. So you
So it's really scary.
you be reacquainted with the road and the laws. And
Exactly.
everything. Yeah.
You know what? It was just like riding a bicycle, right?
Right.
I'm gonna tell you. After the third passenger I picked up, and I like to talk, and you know what? It was like clockwork. Oh man, I love this, and that's what it was. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Have you had any like crazy, wild stories? Like,
Well, you know what? Most of my stories are just verbal, right?
Okay, yeah.
But you know what?
what's your best story? Like when they say, what's your go-to to entertain people?
Okay, look, it's a few, right? But
Okay.
it's a few, but let me just say this one right now. My favorite story is really not nothing that's real wild, but is pretty dramatic to me.
Okay.
But I'm gonna leave that one alone for right now, right?
Okay.
I remember picking up 3 old ladies, Greek old ladies.
Okay.
I didn't know it at the time.
Okay.
And their granddaughter, which was a grown granddaughter, and the oldest, it was grandma, mama, everybody was old.
Okay.
Look, and it was Greek, and they talk like we talking right
Yeah.
now, like they real lively, charismatic, and
Right,
everything,
right.
And I was like, yeah, this is all right. And it's 4 of them, right? So the car, well, you see how small the car is,
Yeah.
right? So they had quite a while ways to go, right? So I got the radio on. I love to play the music, right? I had a CD at the time. At that time, I didn't even mess with Pandora.
Okay.
And I do now. Anyway, the Temptations came on, right?
Okay.
And look, I guess everybody know the Temptations, right? These older women, right? Oh, by the way, they were kind of like gypsies, I think.
Oh, really?
They read palms and stuff.
Oh, shit.
So they was on me like, you gotta come read your palm. I'm like, okay. But I felt so at home with them. I was speaking my mind like,
Yeah.
I don't even believe that shit.
That's against my religion.
Okay. Yeah. Look, y'all,
be up to a
and then
demon
y'all
or
gonna want all my money. Y'all gonna ask me 100 questions.
I know.
If you tell me 100 things about you, I'm gonna tell you something that you don't. I'm gonna know everything too. Anyway, look, you know what? It was spectacular in this sense, right? We had, what do you call it, car karaoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, we started.
you did? Oh,
And it was taping. I even got it right. The lady that was sitting beside me, the one that wanted to read my palm every 5 seconds. Right? You can't read my palm. I'm driving the car.
Right.
Anyway, she was taping, and the granddaughter was too, right? But everybody was up in here rocking on the Temptations. So we did that for quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? Ain't nothing else really spectacular happening. And we doing this for a long time, and I'm driving, and I found out I can multitask and drive, I guess, you know. I'm singing the song, and the ladies is really on it, and I had a great time there. But, look, let me go to my go-to story. I pulled up to this shopping center one day. It was a bright sunny day, and it was an elderly